cooking a special request recipe. Somebody asked me for a tilapia dish. I asked them, healthy or good? And they're like, why not both? So I've kind of racked my brain a little bit, and one dish that normally is not so healthy, but it's really good, is a Veracruz style sauce and fish. Because normally you take a whole fish, you score it, deep fry it till it's nice and crispy, put the sauce on it, serve it. Well, why not, instead of deep frying, just pan fry the fish, a little bit of oil, but use fillet so it's nice and easy to do. I mean, that's a real easy to turn into tilapia. Easily you could do this with a red snapper or any other fillet that's white and flaky, but tonight I'm using tilapia as I was requested to do. Anyway, let's see how this goes.
First thing we're going to do, we're going to season our tilapia with a little salt and pepper. Then we're going to sprinkle a little flour on each side of our fish. And then I'm going to spread this flour around. In all, I used about half a tablespoon of flour. It's a lot less flour than if I dredged it in flour. So let's get started on our Veracruz style sauce. I'm going to take some Roma tomatoes, cut an X in them, and I'm going to boil them in the hot boiling water until the skin just starts to come off. And when the skin just starts to crack open a little more or starts to peel back a little bit, we're going to throw these things in some ice water. I cooked 4 because I need 2 for something else, but I'm only using 2 tonight. And now the skin will just come right off the tomatoes. Nice and neat. Now we're going to seed our tomatoes. First thing I'm going to do for that is I'm going to cut them into quarters. And then I'll take a spoon and I'll remove the seeds. Then I'm going to cut them into slices just about the same size as what I did with my peppers. And then we're going to slice up a medium onion. I happen to be using a sweet onion. I know I said half of that aside, but we're going to slice it all up. Nice and thin. And then we're going to slice up some pepper. I'm going to slice the ends off. I'm going to save those. Those aren't going into the dish. But you can use green pepper, red pepper, a mix, jalapenos. Hey, it's all up to you. Traditionally, it's really more of a green pepper, but hey, I happen to like red peppers. But mixing them up is pretty good too. But you do want to cut these kind of thin because you want them to soften up about the same time that the onions do. That's kind of part of the reason why I cut the ends off of them. Makes it a little easier to cook them nice and even. For garnish, I will need some pickled peppers. I happen to be using this type of pepper, but you can use any kind you want, whether it's jalapeno or whatever. Hey, it's your dish, man. Cook it the way you want. Now for the sauce, I want 1 teaspoon of the vinegar that these peppers came in. We're going to add some olive oil to a hot pan and give it a swirl to coat. Then we're going to add our onions to a hot pan. Normally I would salt the onions to help them break down and cook better, but because I have so many other salty ingredients that are going to go in later, I don't want to do that. Now we're going to throw our bell peppers in here, and we're going to cook these until they just start to turn soft a little bit. After our onions and bell peppers have softened up a little bit, we're going to add 1 large clove of chopped garlic. Then we'll cook that just until it starts to smell real fragrant. That's going to take 30 to 60 seconds. And when I can really smell that garlic, I'm going to add in an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Along with our spices, 2 bay leaves, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of Mexican oregano. And then we're going to mix this in and let it start to absorb. Remember our vinegar from the spicy peppers? It's time for it. We're going to put that in, along with about 3 or 4 olives per slice of fish. We're going to throw in 1 tablespoon of capers. I didn't rinse them. Remember I talked about all the salt we were going to put in here? All these olives and everything. Lots of salt. We're going to put our tomatoes in here, and we're going to heat this all the way through, and then we're going to set this pan to the side. We're going to add a little olive oil to our pan. Then we'll add our fish to the pan, and we're going to cook it on this side till it just starts to get a little crispiness on the outside. And then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to cook it on the other side for about 1 minute, maybe a minute and a half. At this point, we're going to put the sauce over the top of the fish, turn our flame down to medium-low, and we're going to simmer this for 5 minutes. If you wanted everything real soft and tender, you could add a little bit of water, cover it, and cook it for 5 minutes, and that would do that also. And after that, our fish should be ready to plate. And don't forget, we got to get some of these olives on here too now. We'll garnish with a couple of peppers, and our fish will be ready to serve.
So, how does our fish taste? There's only one way to find out. That's good. I would really prefer it to be fried because then you get that nice crunch to go with the soft sauce. But this is good, really good.